Hello everyone, with you Miss Hanan, your science teacher. I miss you so much. Now with you, the last video about the nervous system. It is a long lesson, but very easy lesson. Now we speak about the second system of nervous system, the peripheral nervous system, and it can be written as PNS, the first letter of each word. The peripheral nervous system is the nerves which emerge and come out from the central nervous system. The number of peripheral nerves are 41 pairs. Pairs means 41 nerves on the right side and 41 nerves on the left side. The peripheral nervous system consists of two types of nerves, cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Cranial nerves, 12 pairs, emerge from the brain, 12 from right side and 12 from left side, so equals 24 nerves. While spinal nerves, 31 pairs, which means 62 nerves, emerge from the spinal cord. What is the function of the peripheral nervous system? It delivers the sensory information and the kinetic responses between the central nervous system and all parts of the body, which means connects and transports the information and responses between the central nervous system and the body parts. The reflex action, you know a small note about it in the previous video. Now I'll speak about it in more details. The reflex action is an automatic, involuntary, and spontaneous response by nervous system to an external stimuli. The organ responsible for reflexes is spinal cord. The examples of reflex actions: withdrawing or moving the hand away quickly when touching a hot surface or a plant with sharp thorns, like this image. Blinking or closing your eyes quickly when something gets close to the eye. Other examples of reflex action: running quickly on seeing a fast-moving car coming towards you. Constriction and reduction of the eye pupil on intense light and its widening and increasing the eye pupil on dim light. The dark part is the eye pupil becomes larger in case of faint and weak light, as this case, and the eye pupil decreases and becomes smaller in case of high and intense light, as this case. Other examples of reflex action: knee jerking and move like this when it is tapped by a solid object. See that in real examination of this baby. The last one, secreting saliva on seeing or smelling good food, as you feel now when you see these pictures. But how does the reflex action occur? The sharp thorn affects the sensory nerve endings in the fingers, producing nerve impulses. These impulses are transmitted to the spinal cord through sensory nerve fibers. After that, spinal cord transmits nerve impulses to arm muscles through motor nerve fibers. So, muscles contract and the arm withdraws away from the thorn. Of course, there will be an important question in your mind. How do we feel pain? Information passes from our hand, our hands to spinal cord, and the response from spinal cord to our hands. How do we feel pain? We feel pain because other nerve impulses are transmitted from the spinal cord to the sensory centers in the brain, which leads to true sense of pain. Did you understand this point? I repeat again with another example of reflex action. The knee jerking when hitting the knee by this hammer. The sensory nerve ending senses and produces nerve impulse, which is transmitted through this sensory nerve to spinal cord. So spinal cord produces another nerve impulse to the muscle through motor nerve to make the muscle contract and the leg move up. Because the nerve system is very important, so we must maintain and keep this system healthy. How? Reducing the intake of stimulating substances. Stimulating substance as coffee and tea. Why? Because coffee and tea affect sleeping periods. Sleeping periods mean time of sleeping. Also affect the heartbeats, increasing them, which leads to nervous tension. Also, to keep your nervous system, you must stay away from tranquilizers and stimulants. Tranquilizers are medicines taken to reduce tension and make the brain calmer. Stimulants are chemical substances that make the brain more active. Also, you must keep away from sitting for long periods in front of computer, mobile, and television to avoid exhaustion of sense organs. Giving the body a sufficient period of rest, especially during sleep, to have a deep sleep. Doing physical exercises. Also, you must stay away from sources of pollution. Pollution as noisy places and smoke, because they affect the nervous system. Staying away from addiction, because it passively affects on the nervous system as retardation of memory and learning. Retardation means slowing and decreasing. Nervous tension, sluggishness. Sluggishness means lazy, slow, and inactive in his life. Loss of time sensation in which the person doesn't know the time, day or night, doesn't know how many hours he spent in playing games, etc. Sleepless means to go to the bed but can't sleep. The last one, avoid the extreme exciting situation. Exciting situation as climbing huge mountains or watching action movies or playing action games on mobile like Fortnite and PUBG. Now the time of give reason. Number one, the withdrawal of hands quickly when touching a hot surface. Stop the video. Think of the answer and write it in your copybook. Then compare your answers with these answers. The answer of question number 1 due to reflex action. Question number 2, it is important not to take sleeping pills without the doctor's prescription. Sleeping pills means drugs taken to help you go to sleep. Doctor's prescription means recommendation, order, and permission from doctor. Of course, to keep nervous system healthy. Number 3, you must reduce the intake of stimulating substance such as tea and coffee. Excellent, the same answer as previous question to keep nervous system healthy. Now, with what happens when the over intake of stimulating materials such as tea and coffee, it harms the nervous system. Number 2, approaching something from your eye. Close my eyes quickly. Number 3, your finger got pricked by the plant thorns. Move my hand quickly. I hope this video is enjoyable and you understood every point in this lesson. See you later. Thank you and goodbye.